I love its uniqueness. I love, like, when you go out and you see, like, the ocean coast as opposed to, like, a lake coast. The ocean coast is so vast. you get it in the lakes, like if you go to Lake Superior, but here it's another vastness. Like, you know you can't swim, no matter if you're the best swimmer. You can't swim to the other side of that water.
Some of the beaches in Nova Scotia, there's hardly a person on them, and it's so incredible to have the sun, sea, and sand all to yourself.
From a fishing aspect, fresh water meets the salt water meets the fresh water, and we have andromous fish. These are fish like the wild Atlantic salmon, sea-run trout, Gasbro. All these fish, the American eel, all go up from the salt water to the fresh water, and from the fresh water to the sea.
I lived inland before near water, it's fresh and it's just not the same. I like that sort of extra thickness of the air that you get with ocean water and the saltiness in the air. I don't know, it's just, it's clean, it's refreshing and enjoyable.
My main concern at the moment is with fish farming, the proliferation of aquaculture operations around our coast at a rapid pace with seemingly full endorsement of our elected people. I don't think they've taken proper stock of the damage that might be permanent in some areas being done due to just using the ocean as a dump for waste food, for feces, for pesticides, for killing sea lice that are damaging to other critters. So big concern there.
I see a lot of coastal communities disappearing or dwindling or having a really hard time. And that concerns me because, like I said, Nova Scotia is all of these little coastal communities, not just one big metropolitan center. And so, for me, that's what I'm most concerned about. And if you want to look at it from an ecological perspective, our livelihoods can be affected by things like climate change or species loss or overfishing and all these things. So these are my main concerns. I would hate to lose those livelihoods and those cultures that have existed for hundreds of years.
The cottage that I go to was on a cliff, and the cliff is eroding more and more every year. So it's the cottage, the building is at risk for sure. It's been in the family for generations, but I don't expect that it will be in the family for many generations more.
I guess main concern is like just overdevelopment of the coastal areas. Like, it's nice to be able to go for a paddle or surf and not see big houses or hotels and things like that right on the coast.
As a man who's interested in saving the Sackville River, the coast means a lot to me. It's where the Sackville River meets the ocean, which is Bedford. And right now you're allowed to build right up to the coast. We changed the characteristics of the coast, and this is going to come back and bite us. I believe that the leader here has got to be the province.
We aren't making coastline anymore, and if we don't look after it, over time it will start to look like southern Maine or New Jersey or other places. And so we need to, now is a great time actually to get in there and put the measures in that will protect our coast for the next 100 years, so that we don't do dumb things now which our children and our great-grandchildren will blame us for, rather they'll thank us for.
The coast is where the ocean meets the land, and we must protect it. And right now we are not protecting it.
To raise awareness for the homeowners and the developers who want to build in these fragile environments. I think they need to know what to expect, to be able to look forward 10, 15, 20, 100 years to see what the shape of the land is going to be like and how their actions are affecting that space.
If you don't put some reasonable and intelligent rules in place, people will do dumb things. Sometimes on purpose, sometimes because they're not a coastal expert and they don't know about winter storms or about how the coastline changes over time. So get in there and identify the places you want to protect because they have natural value and they're home to wildlife, and get in there and protect or ensure that people don't build in places that in the long term are are stupid for the coastline, and it's also just a poor investment for them, because, you know, people, I've seen places where people have built too close to the coast, and then they end up getting a boulder through their window, you know, in that big storm.
I think the province should define a coastal zone and then pass a coastal act that protects the coast. We need the province, we need Darrell Dexter to put his hand up and saying, I'm going to make a coastal zone act, I'm going to enforce it for all Nova Scotians. That will be my legacy project to the people of Nova Scotia.
I'd like to say, Darrell, do this, give us a coastal act. It is Canada's ocean playground, and a Merry Christmas.